If you can't, then go out. Could you keep quiet? Those at the back. Of all the resources that God gave us, time is something He gave us all equally. How many hours do we have in a day? How many days do we have in a week? How many days do we have in a year? And we all have the same amount of time. But what will determine one's success is how you use the time effectively. Indeed, it's known that those who succeed are those who manage time best the most. So those who succeed academically, the students in your class who are first, they manage their time best. If you see the very rich men, what are some of their names? What are some of the rich men you know? Elon Musk. Who else? Dangote, for example. In Ghana, who are the rich men? Okay, so for those people, it is known. So when you talk, please keep quiet again. So for those people who succeed, it's known that there's one common factor. They manage their time very effectively. Okay, so it's the reason why we need to take our time seriously. Go to the next slide. Okay, so there are 4 main ways of wasting time. Either you are there doing nothing. Okay, so just sleeping is wasting the time. Especially if the sleep is not beneficial. If you've had your 8 hours of sleep and you're sleeping more, it means you're wasting the time. Or not doing what you are, not doing what one should do. Okay, so at one point in time, you are supposed to get up and go to classes in the morning, and then you decide not to do that during that time. It means you're wasting time. Or doing things carelessly. So for example, you're asked to wash dishes, and then you wash it, and you leave soap and you don't rinse it. Essentially, you haven't done anything, you just wasted the time. Is that not so? Because the dish has to be washed again. Am I not right? Now, doing it at the wrong time, doing the right thing at the wrong time. Imagine you want to grow a maize farm, and in December, when there's Hamatan, that is when you decide to do the weeding and plant. What have you done? Cost 90. The rain will not fall, the grains will not grow. So indeed, you have just wasted your time. So doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, or not doing what one should do. For example, when you have rubbish, where are you supposed to put the rubbish? In the dustbin, but you decide to put it on the compound. And then the next morning, you are called again to come and pick it up. What have you done? You have wasted time. Essentially, if you had put the rubbish in the dustbin, that would have saved you time. But you now have to spend another time picking up the rubbish. So not doing what one is supposed to do. If you can hear me, give me a clap. If you can hear me, give me 2 claps. So remain silent. Now, various people from various origins have some concept of time. When you get into the Buddhist religion, they believe in reincarnation. People go and come back. So they don't care too much because they know when they die, they are going to come back again in another form, as a cat or a dog, whatever. Now, in the African religion, we tend to dwell more on the past. So we think more of our ancestors, etc. So it's known that some of our behaviors, how we waste time, is actually because we tend to dwell on the past. We don't think of the future. For the Europeans whose culture is that they think a bit further, they tend to develop because they think in 30 years from now, when they are on pension, what would I be eating? Where would I be sleeping? So they plan for that future. So normally our culture affects the way we approach time. It's widely known Africans waste a lot of time because we dwell more in the past and in the present and don't think of the future. Next slide. So various people think of time a bit differently. Okay. However, you as Adventists and your basis being the Bible has a number of things it says about time. Do we agree? What are some of the quotations about time? Yes, very good.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. There is time for everything.
Okay. They can't hear me. So that's why you're talking. So what should I do? Should I come in the middle? Okay. If I come in the middle to the slides, so you being an Adventist and you're using the Bible as your source and authority. Now the Bible has a number of things it says about time. That to everything there is what? A season, a time to be born, and a time to die. There's a time to plant, and a time to plant, and a time to be born, and a time to everything under the sun. There is a season. Therefore, when you're handling time, note that there's a time when you're supposed to wake up. Can we still have some silence? Hello? There's a time when you have to wake up. There's a time when you have to sleep. That is why God created the day and the what? The night. So for us as Adventists, there's a time for everything. There's a time to go to class 1 and there'll be a time to go to the university. Okay, another concept of time you see in your Bible is that there's a proper time for every matter. Ecclesiastes 8 verse 6. There's a time when you would have to discipline a child. There's a time when you would have to show some love. There's a time when you have to mourn with people, and there's house. Start, sweep the compound. After that, you do a next one. Don't, if you think of the project being too big, you cannot start.
Eschewing laziness.
Okay, so if it is because, a clap for him. So, if you have a comment, I think to avoid me moving around, just come here. Okay. Hello. What else can we do to prevent procrastination? So tell yourself that this thing, by the end of the day, I am going to finish it. Commit yourself. It's one of the ways in which you can motivate yourself to get things done. And then when you get it done, clap for yourself. You can give yourself a clap. Yes, reward yourself that you have gotten the thing done. Okay, it serves as a motivation to continue. Now, hello. If the task is not being performed because you know it is difficult, for example, the homework, you are not doing it because you know it's difficult, or the washing is hard, get help. Let somebody help you get the job done. Yes.
Cleaning your room in time. Because if you don't clean your room in time, it will attract insects into your room and they might harm you when you are asleep.
Let's give him a clap. Okay, so think of the consequences of not having the work done. For example, if you're supposed to prepare for your BEC exams and you are not preparing for it, think of what could happen. Does it mean that you are not passing your exams, you are not moving forward? So as I said, think of what could happen if you don't get the work done. And that may be motivation enough to do it. Hello? Ignite. It seems you keep forgetting yourselves. So each time I mention ignite, just respond. Ignite. 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 Okay, so I'll keep repeating the ignite. If you don't respond, I know you've lost concentration. Now, planning your time. Okay, there are a lot of things to do. What things would you do first? If there are a lot of things to do, what would you consider before doing something first? Yes, just use your brains. There's a class test tomorrow. Your mother says you should sweep the room. Your sister is ill. Which one would you choose to do first?
I'll take care of my sister.
You take care of your sister. Why is that so? Why would you take care of your sister? So first of all, consider the urgency of the situation. Is that not so? There are some things, if you don't do it immediately, it becomes a crisis. So life is important. She'll choose her sister. And then you do what is most important. Secondly, the test is coming on. So you need to learn. Is that not so? Then you learn. And then you sweep. So you need to prioritize your activities in the order of urgency, importance, and what is not important. So what is not important, what is not urgent, goes last on the list. So tackle things in the matter of urgency, importance, and put the non-important ones at the bottom. What are the non-important ones, for example? What are some things that are not important to you? So you're talking. Yes, answer my question. Yes, answer the question then. I won't repeat myself because you were talking. Yes, what are some things that you may consider not important at this stage? Let's say an SHS or a JHS people.
Watching pornography.
Exactly. Yes. What else? I'll give you an award. Yes, what else? You have made me come here. You are also contribute. I'm going there, my people. What is not important to be doing at this stage? SHS and JHS stages. Yes. Having a girlfriend, for example, is it important at that stage? What else?
Browsing on the internet.
Browsing on the internet, especially if you are not using it for learning or research purposes. Yes. Please, can my slide still come on? Or is it now off totally? Now let's go to slide 16. So, weekly timetable. Hello? Hello? Ignite. 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 Okay, so keep being attentive. Please don't sleep in. Can you wake up? Hello? Don't sleep in. Wake up, wake up. I'm almost done. Okay, so at that stage, SHS, GHS, at least you should know your weekly timetable. Especially since your main focus is school. Know your timetable, and in between your timetable, you fit in your personal timetable also. Is that not so? So you work around your weekly timetable. Now, in studying, when you fit in your personal timetable, some of the things you want to consider is sleeping, for example. Some of the things you want to consider is some leisure, or when you have fun or chat with your friends. But most importantly, what you want to consider is when you study, when you have your personal studies. Is that not so? Hello? So your personal studies, it's advisable that you take short periods of study. It's more effective. Don't put 3 hours there thinking that you're studying for 3 hours. The mind can only concentrate for how long? Any ideas? How long can the mind concentrate? At most, some 30 minutes. Some people, it's even 15 minutes. As for the kids, there is even 10 minutes or less. So, if you have 3 hours for studying, break it up. Tell yourself you're studying for 40 minutes, taking a break, doing something, come back again. So, first of all, you plan your week, take into consideration your weekly timetable, and then you fit in your personal timetable. Hello? Okay, there's a timetable on slide 17, slide 35. Ignite. Ignite. So I did a sample timetable for you on slide 35. Okay. So let's say from 4 o'clock to around 7 o'clock, that is your free time. Break it up into various subjects that you would learn. Are you seeing the slide there? Are you able to see the slide? Anyway, break it up. So if you're in JHS or SHS, you may want to spend some 40 minutes studying, let's say English, and then have a break, and then RME, have a break, and then a period into specific periods and specific things you're doing. Are there any questions at this stage? Hello? Any questions at this stage? Or any comments? Questions or comments or contributions? Please go to slide 38. So in planning your week and your day, list things you have to do, what you call a to-do list. Hello? Wow. Okay, now look up. So we'll do a little exercise, since most of you are sleeping. Those in SHS, raise up your hands again. Those in SHS, raise up your hands again. And please, let's give each one of them the... SHS, raise up your hands. JHS, join them. Those in JHS 3. Those in JHS 3, join them. Don't, if he doesn't want to, don't call me. So those in JHS 3, so you get one questionnaire. And those in SHS, get a questionnaire. Ignite. 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 Okay. So when you get the questionnaire, look at. Please change the slide. Go to the other document. Go to the other document. Please, this side, they need some of the questionnaires. You should give the question to somebody else to bring it so it's faster. He's at the end there. By the way, as I share the questionnaires, are there some comments or questions? Keep your hand up. The questionnaires will come. Don't worry. This one. Where's this one? It's the first page. Is that what I gave you? Oh, yes, go up. Yes, and then magnify it. Make it bigger. So, they'll bring you some questionnaires, please. Go to the chat, please. Go down to the chat. Yes. Hello. Do you see that 24 segmented circle? Do you see the 24 segmented circle? Yeah. So that represents a day. Hello. That represents a day. And the day is made up of 24 hours. So each segment is 1 hour. So look at the activities that you do within a day. How many hours are you in school? From, is it 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock? Is that not so? 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Stop misbehaving. So 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, how many hours is that? 8 to 3, how many hours? 8 to 3, how many hours is that? 8 hours, thank you for that answer. So 8 segments go to schoolwork. So you can shade 8 of that segment going to schoolwork. After that, what else do you do within the day? Oh, there's some people here. Hello? Please, can talking cease? How many lecturers are in this room? No, I said, how many teachers are in this room this evening? Hello? Wow. Please, can't you keep quiet for once? So those of you who have the questionnaire, write your names on it, and you work in a group. If you keep talking and you don't listen to the instructions, when I call you to answer the question, you won't be able to. So listen to the instructions. Write your name on the question paper. And work with your group, those sitting around you. What did I say was the 24 segmented rule? What is it? What does it represent?
24 hours in a day.
Now, how many hours do you spend in school? Take that segment out. Shade that segment. What other things do you do within a day? If you took questions, what other things do you do within a day?
Please, the question.
What other things do you do within a day? Hello? If you can hear me, give me a clap. It means not many people are hearing me. If you can hear me, give me 2 claps. If you can hear me, give me 1 clap. So, shade the number of hours you spend in a day. Now, those of you who have the questionnaire, I will call you to make a comment. So don't keep it and then don't use it. What else do you do within a day? Do you play? How many hours do you play? Shade it. What else do you do within a day?
Wash.
You don't wash every day. In a day, what is something you do regularly? Okay, since you are not really listening, I would end here. When you go home, those of you who have the questionnaires, have a look at the segment, shade whatever you use the time for, okay? And each segment is for 1 hour. Now, as you shade on the various activities, you will notice the number of hours. Can we keep quiet? You will notice the number of hours you spend on certain things. How much hours you spend on playing, how much hours you spend not doing anything at all, how much hours you spend on sleeping, and other things. Now, when you do that, you'll be able to identify some of the activities in which you are spending too many hours on. Hello? So, if you're supposed to be learning, you're in SHS and JHS, and you're spending more of your hours on TV or with friends, it tells you that you need to reduce it to be able to spend more hours on your studies. If you spend more of your hours just not doing anything, because there'll be some surprise, you're not writing anything there. It shows that maybe your time is just spent daydreaming or chatting or watching something on the TV or the phone, etc. So it tells you that it means you need to watch it. You are not giving time to the urgent issue. Now, at the end of the questionnaire, there's a table that you can fill. Hello? At the end of the questionnaire, there's a table there that you can fill. It starts from 1 a.m. in the morning. So from 1 a.m. in the morning, what would you be doing? Hello? 1 a.m., what are you doing? Sleeping, yes. So it starts from there, start feeling it when you're sleeping and then when you wake up. And then you get to know how your day is, how you normally spend your time. So I would end here, since most of you are just talking, and then, unless there are any questions and comments. Hey. Are there any questions and comments? Okay, please, I'm done. Thank you. Don't clap for me. Most of you were just talking. Don't clap. What are you clapping for? Most of you were just talking.